Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and for those that are new, welcome. On this channel, I like to walk you through a day in my life as a tech founder based in Seattle, where I am building a SaaS product that helps content creators and talent managers connect with brands and monetize their audience. So for today's agenda, I have 3 meetings. I actually thought I had 4 because I thought I was meeting with my PM, then the engineering team today, but apparently that was scheduled for tomorrow. It wasn't on my calendar, so I just forgot to jot it down. So I have a meeting with one talent agency and then another meeting with another talent agency after that. These are the talent agencies that I'm trying to work with for my private alpha testing partnership. And then last but not least, I have a meeting with another founder / engineer who just wants to connect and chat. Not quite sure what about, but we'll find out when we have the conversation. And then in the midst of all of that, I'll probably just be working on a couple of product feedback for the engineering team, looking for certain metrics that we need for the product again. So it's going to be a lot of administrative tasks, responding to emails and things like that for the rest of the day. For this week's challenge of the week, I want to talk about the challenges that comes with prioritizing what to give your attention to when you're getting so many different opportunities and not sure what to select or where to go, and you're having FOMO, and how I deal with that as a founder. So if you're interested in learning more about that, stay tuned. Oh, hey Alex, how are you? I just got off a call with a representative from a talent agency. So it was a positive and a negative outcome, which is okay. So the negative outcome is that for the feature that we're actually launching for our MVP, they have literally just gotten onboarded on a new competitor's product that has similar feature. And because she said that they just did this about a month ago or so, and they just had everybody already onboarded on the software, it's gonna be very difficult for management to now want to switch to a whole new product. I 100% understood that. But the positive side is that 1, I was able to build a relationship. And number 2, she was very positive minded and very respectful. I took this meeting as a wealth of feedback. So I set up and told her that I would reach out to her with regards to when we roll out that specific feature, but also that I was going to give her access to test out our MVP once it's publicly available, so that she can see really what makes it different from the current competitor. Because if you compare our feature and our product to the current competitor, they're miles apart. As you build, you will face these kind of rejections and stuff like that, but don't see it as a rejection. See it as an opportunity. This was an opportunity to make a connection and to learn about what they need at this firm and how I could best serve their needs. And for me, that's how I see it. And I completely understood where she was coming from with this, with their situation that they're in. So I hope that I'll be able to serve her and her team in the next iteration of our product. So yeah, in any case, that's a learning from the meeting. So gotta make her some tea because I have another meeting in 13 minutes. So yeah. Okay guys, so it has been 3 minutes and the participant, the person I'm supposed to be meeting, has not shown up yet. Let's hope she's going to show up. Who knows? But let's not hope for the worst. So let's see if she's actually gonna come. So because we're 4 minutes in, I'm just going to quickly ping her on LinkedIn to see if she's still coming to the meeting. And if she doesn't respond, then I will obviously exit the meeting and continue working. here. All right, so I sent her a message on LinkedIn. If she does not respond in the next 1 to 2 minutes, then I'm just going to assume that she forgot about the meeting, and yeah, I'll continue on with the day. Yeah, so it's 8 minutes later, and I was not paying attention, and she just sent me a message. She's like, "Hey Tom, I apologize. Are we able to reschedule? A client call is going over." So yeah, I'm gonna wrap up, exit that Zoom, and go back to work, and of course respond to her. Guys, I have some news because I'm happy. So I have some great news to share with you guys, because I just found out several days ago that my startup Eon has made it to the semi-finalists for the Black Ambitions prize competition. For those that are not familiar with it, this is a competition and organization that was started by Pharrell Williams to support Black and Latinx entrepreneurs get more access to capital in their startup. So they have this prize for $1 million, but the top 50 have an opportunity to get more grants, so anywhere between 10,000 all the way to 100,000, so that it's not just one person who's winning something. I know that there's at least 4 people that get at least $75,000, and there are $25,000 prizes, $50,000 prizes for the top 50, and demo day is coming in November. So we were amongst the top 250 startups that were selected to make it to the semifinals, and we will be going through like an 8-week program, mentorship program, before being selected or shortlisted for the top 50. So over 2,000 startups applied to this program. So we're really honored. I'm really honored to have been selected, because again, it validates my idea and what we're working on, and that's at least in the top 10%. I've been very fortunate, which I'm very grateful for, because I've also interviewed with Techstars, and I am also talking to another Techstars location as well, going through their process. So I'm very grateful for that opportunity, and we're just working and grinding out here. So I just wanted to share that news with you guys, because the grind is real, and I'm just very excited for what could come out of this opportunity. So yeah, just going with the waves. A lot of these programs I actually applied back in like January and February, long before we even had the latest design for the MVP, long before we had anything built at all. So a lot of these applications were just based on the idea and the pre-orders that I have. And yeah, I'm really grateful that they're seeing potential in my idea, and looking forward to seeing where everything goes. Hi Samori, how are you? All right, it is past 4 p.m. right now, and for the rest of the day, I'm actually going to use it to review the latest changes to the API integrations that were made to just make sure that all the APIs are connected correctly and that they're pulling the right data points or metrics that we need. And this is all in preparation for tomorrow because I have a team with engineering and product tomorrow. And then we will review some of the changes. I want to make sure that I have some feedback for them when we meet tomorrow. So that's what I'm going to be doing because it's going to take a little bit of time for me to go through all the different API integrations. And yeah, that's what we'll be doing for the rest of the day. Alright guys, so we have made it to that part of the day which is challenge of the week. Now for this week's challenge of the week, I wanted to talk about, prioritizing invitations and opportunities and how that can be a challenge for founders. Now, I'm at a stage in my life now where I'm able to prioritize what to give my attention to, but it hasn't always been that way. And sometimes, especially as a startup, you have to make huge trade-offs between really great opportunities. Look at it this way. A week or so ago, I had an opportunity to go to attend 3 great events in the same day. There was an ice cream social upstairs in my apartment, which would have been great to connect with new tenants and meet new people. I met a lot of my friends through going up there. And it was also just a great way to unwind on a day that was super hot and sunny. The other alternative to that, I was invited to a networking event by another founder here in Seattle, and she was organizing an event, and I believe it was a restaurant or bar or something like that, which again was another place that was just going to be full of other founders and even potential investors as well. And these were all happening around the same time, by the way. At the same time, I was invited to attend these female founders and founders poker house parties, if you want to call it that way. Essentially, I have been brought into this community by an amazing person and investor who felt that I could benefit by attending some of these events as a way to network. So what they're doing is basically getting a couple of female founders and also female funders, so female VCs and stuff like that, getting them to come under one roof just to connect, play a game of poker, and which I didn't know. This would have been my second time attending. So I'm trying to get a hang of it. And I had to make a decision where I wanted to go. Ultimately, I made a decision to go to the female founders and funders event because I had to think about the priorities, right? So fun would really be great. Yes, going to meet with other founders would have also been great. But what my startup needs the most, or has been needing the most in order for me to scale past our MVP, is funding. So it's only logical that I chose to go to the Female Founders and Funders event. Dialing it back for you, I think it's very important to recognize that as a founder, no matter the size of your startup, you're always going to be faced with a lot of very hard decisions and a lot of prioritization. Again, I had to learn and really force myself to create a habit around this. Even in business school, business school was almost like one of the worst because every single day there's a bunch of different events happening that are so great and you get FOMO. And I'm sure if you're a founder like me, you're probably getting FOMO from all these opportunities that you're getting. But you have to be able to quantify the value. Figure out, what do you need the most? What is the value that you're gonna get by attending a certain event versus not another event? And then ultimately, once you have come to that position, create a muscle of respectfully saying no. I know it's very difficult, it's very hard, but I've had to learn it. And sometimes it's friends that are asking, and you are one person. You can't be in all places at the same time, right? You have to be able to prioritize, and you don't have to over explain yourself. Don't over explain yourself, because that just ends up sounding like an excuse. Just say, hey, thank you so much for the invitation. Unfortunately, I have other plans at the time. I cannot make it. You have no obligation, because again, you are one person. You can't always make it to every single event that everybody's planning, and you can't always take part of every opportunity that you're being offered, right? So you have to identify which opportunity is the best for you and your startup or your team. Then you invest the time and energy into that opportunity. You have to set limits for yourselves, and then you have to get others adhere to those limits. So for me, my limits is 2 events maximum per week. And anytime I reach the second event, any invitation after that, I respectfully decline. You will have to create priorities and make those decisions. So I hope this is helpful to you. Okay guys, so that ends today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. And leave a comment in the comment section below, and just let me know what you think. How do you prioritize your time? How do you decide between great opportunities? And let's get a conversation started in the comment section. And other than that, this is it for this week, and I will see you the next week. Bye.